welcome you all with my love and respects. All our choice, all our decisions always end in dilemma. This dilemma is what I call mind. Dilemma is the straight, direct explanation or a definition for mind. There are so many definitions for mind, but from my experience I can say this is the right word, dilemma. Continuously moving from this extreme to that extreme, continuously seeing the other side, continuously thinking, I should have done that, I should have done this, I should have taken that type of decision, I should have taken this type of decision. Continuously not accepting the present moment is what is the root of the mind. When you close your eyes, whatever happens in your space, whatever you think and whatever you can think, whatever you visualize, whatever you can visualize, whatever you experience, whatever you can experience, everything, the whole is what I call mind. The root of the mind is dilemma. If you can just accept this moment, the whole reality, the existence as it is, simply you will go beyond mind. You will go beyond mind, you will reach, experience the state which we call enlightenment or superconsciousness. Mind, the root of the mind is dilemma. Because you are continuously in dilemma, all your choices, I tell you, when I say all, I mean all. Capital letter ALL. All our choices end in suffering. Bliss is choicelessness. When you are choiceless, when you are just accepting the flow, when you just accept the nature, you are in bliss. Actually, bliss is nothing but accepting the reality as it is. But we always say, I accept everything, Swamiji. Everything is beautiful. Just this one thing, it is around the corner. Let me correct this one thing. Tomorrow I will be happy. When we are in India, we think, if we just get visa, it will be really great. Once we get the visa, if we can have a house in the States, it will be really great. Then green card, then citizenship, then car. One by one, by the time you have a family, already you have mortgaged your life. Already the life is mortgaged. We just postpone. Just after this, I'll be happy. Postponing the bliss, postponing the ecstasy, postponing the joy, which is continuously happening in you, which is your nature, is the root of the mind. Understand? In bliss, you can't have mind. Because bliss happens to you when you are choiceless. In the choicelessness, bliss starts happening. Whenever you choose, you always choose misery. Any choice is nothing but misery. People ask me, Swamiji, should I continue my spiritual life or my material life? For which I should give more importance? It's a very big question. $1 million question. Every so-called spiritual seeker asks this question. Please understand, only so-called spiritual seeker, never the real seeker. Just like professional lawyers, professional doctors, there is a group of people who think themselves as a professional seekers. Their only job is continuously reading some book and window shopping from master to master, from group to group, and gathering here and there something, thinking that they are great seekers. I have seen thousands of these so-called great seekers. They always come up with one question: should I put more energy, more time on my material life or in my spiritual life? I tell you, the moment you choose, you have started suffering. The moment you choose, you have started suffering. Whether you choose spiritual life or material life. If you choose the material life, you will always feel, oh, I am missing that spiritual life. You will be visualizing what you are missing. If you choose the spiritual life, you will always miss the material life. I tell you, there is no need to choose. Material life is horizontal line. Spiritual life is vertical line. We always have a dilemma, which one to choose. If you look little deeply into your being, of course, looking little deeply into your being is what I call meditation. If you meditate little bit, you will understand, experience. You don't have to choose horizontal line or vertical line. You have the capacity to grow in both directions at a time. That is what I call quantum spirituality. You can explode in the horizontal direction and in the vertical direction at a time, in same space. Real spirituality or real meditation is living in this moment. When you start living in this moment, naturally you will explode. You will just express yourself in your so-called material life and spiritual life. The life is only one thing. Whether you live with awareness or without awareness, that is the only choice you have. You don't have any other choice called spiritual life or material life. Don't think just because somebody has become a spiritual person, he eats something from the other world. He eats the same material which you are eating. He sleeps in the same bed in which you are sleeping. He uses the same way as you use the bathroom. Everything is same. Of course, the problem is, in our ancient scriptures, we have not recorded whether Krishna used the bathroom or not. That is the problem. We always have an idea about a spiritual figure. We have a particular kind of a frame. Any spiritual figure, we put them into that frame, into that idea, and we distance ourselves from them. We distance ourselves from them. There is no need to choose. The moment you choose only suffering. All choices are nothing but suffering. When you start living intensely, you start a new way of life, all inclusive, which I call whole. When you are whole, you are holy. The only way to holiness is being whole. The moment you start choosing, you are given power to your mind. Fear, greed and worry, all these three starts in choosing. Your greed makes you choose. Your fear makes you, some way you wanted to escape from something. Of course, naturally these two ends in worrying, confusion, dilemma. Whether you choose based on fear or greed, we end in dilemma, worry. These two are the root for choosing. Don't choose anything mentally. People ask me, Swamiji, if you say don't choose, then how to go about in the day-to-day life? Should I drop spirituality or should I drop my profession? Should I meditate or should I go for a job? I tell them, never choose mentally before you start living. Just start living intensely as you feel, as your heart guides. You will see simply your profession will become meditation. What has to drop will drop automatically. Whatever has to drop will drop automatically. You don't have to choose, that will choose you. You don't have to choose, just your whole being will start choosing. The moment you choose with your logical calculation, with your intellect, you are in trouble. Not choosing, accepting the flow, going along with the flow is what I call intelligence. The moment you accept, something happens to you, that is what I call intuition. The normal level, very basic level, you are in the level of instinct. The moment you get the little bit energy to choose intellectually, you come to the level of intellect, man. If you drop choosing, accept the flow, something happens to you, intelligence, you become divine person. When you stay in this level, in that same energy, something more happens to you, which I call intuition. You become divine. Step by step, from instinct to intellect, from intellect to intelligence, from intelligence to intuition.